Hi there. Okay, we're going to talk about mobility. Before I show you in detail about the dashboard which we've created, a couple of things which you'll find interesting. If you're an organization that has more than one carrier, mobility carrier, that you need to integrate together, not an issue. We do it for you. So regardless of whether or not you have Bell Mobility, TELUS, Rogers, doesn't matter. If we have access to the data on your behalf, we can integrate it in the back end of the system, and all your reports are absolutely consolidated. So this just makes your life so much more easier. So with that in mind, let's go forward. This is the dashboard for mobility exclusively. And you'll see with this particular profile that we've set up, we have 19 active lines. We have 12 which have exceeded threshold. We have a total spend of almost $2,000. If I click on that, here we go. It goes over to the breakout of the month and it will show me by division what is the cost allocation of my total budget. And you'll see right here is the spending of, again, that $2,000 figure. Okay, I just want to go back for a moment to the previous page. So each one of these buttons, you can go somewhere and find out something about your service. So what about exceeding threshold? Well, in this particular case, what we did is we simply put a $10 budget. Anything over and above $10 above our basic plan of $55, we want to earmark those accounts. Your threshold can be anything you want. We've just simply put $10 for this particular case. We had 12 different users that had their over that $10 figure. So I've pulled everything up. If I want to sort from high to low, I can simply click on the up down button. Here's my big user for the month, $258. I'd like to investigate that a little bit further. Simply by clicking on that particular icon, I now see the profile of Odette's account. I can look and find out what the summary of charges are. I can see that the big part here was on the usage fees. I want to investigate the usage breakdown, find out what Odette was up to. And here we go, international data and voice. Okay, 9 minutes of a long distance call, here $40. So these are a couple things I'd like to know more about, like, why is this this way? Is this person traveling for business? Was this a vacation? They forgot to notify us of what they were doing. So this allows us to go a little bit further to investigate what other fees and services that we're using. We have our feature suite. Now, this is important because when you negotiate a contract on mobility, you have all these different features and codes which are that make up that $55 in this particular case. So we want to make sure that in this case, we've negotiated all these features for a $0 amount, that they still are zero. Sometimes these can get a little wonky, so you have to keep an eye out that you've got everything still packaged in. We've got your usage data that we can take a look at. There's many entries here, like 272 entries of data we could review if we wanted to. And we could pull any of this into a CSV file, an Excel file, if you wanted to sort it, looking for trends, etc. And we can also look at prior history. Now, this is kind of an interesting one because you want to see, is this user is this a typical occurrence of going over and roaming? So again, let's take a look here. I see another high bill in May. What was happening in this case? Let's look at the summary once again of charges. $300 usage charges. Let's see where Odette was now. International data once again. All right. I think it's time that we have a phone call or discussion with to find out more about what this person, what their role is, because maybe we need to change the plan. Now, hopefully you've seen how easy it is to come to some sort of decision as to what people are doing based on the information that we're providing. Okay, just a couple other little quick things before I sign off here. On our dashboard, once again, we have some information which is very, very useful, is the refresh. This is really critical, especially if you've got a very large fleet and you've got people who are getting new phones at different times of the month over the years. People, are coming in and out of your organization. This gives you that view right away as to who's up for a refresh. Okay. At this point, I just want to point out before I sign off all the different types of reports which are available, as you can see, that we can take advantage of. If we were to take a look at mobility trends, just as one quick example here, we can look at all kinds of reports that you might find of interest. Here's your device totals. What's the percentage of totals? The long distance trending, airtime trend, data trending, text trending. These things are kind of important, especially if you are trying to move which everybody is, to more mobile workforce. It's very, you're going to want to know what your data usage is all, which is, what's happening there in case you need to go back to your carrier and negotiate a different type of package that's more aligned with your organization. The same sort of thing with your texting. As you're kind of moving into unified communication infrastructure, you'll find that maybe you may want to promote instead the internal IM tools, which are part of those type of services, rather than paying for the texting on your mobile. Anyway, that's about it. There's so many other things that we can do and talk about today. And if you want to know more about this product or service, give us a call. We'd love to show you more or give you a free trial. Thank you.